Hello everybody and welcome back to another Halo CE modding tutorial, and today we're going to be talking about how to copy a cutscene from a Halo mission into its own main menu scenario so that we can play it on the main menu. This was specifically requested by Halo Hero, and they're trying to get the intro to the MAW to play on the main menu. And overall, it's exactly the same as creating a custom camera track and then scripting it, which is exactly what I did in the original UI video. So I'll link that, but this is just, if you're trying to find a very specific cutscene, you gotta just sift through files and do that type of shit. So I guess I'll just do that for the MAW cutscene. So to find the MAW cutscene, we're gonna have to go through all of the scenario files and find which one has all the camera points we're looking for. I believe it's x70.scenario. Yeah, it is x70.scenario. So open that in Sapien. If you're trying a different mission, the .scenario file you're looking for may be different, but you just got to open up each one, find camera positions, and then open the script for those scenario files, and then see what happens. It can get a bit tedious, but once you find it, it's not too crazy. Okay, here we go. Why is that so loud? Jeepers. Okay, that's why it's so loud. I have my volume cranked. Alright, so here we are in the MAW. This is not the... Yeah, we're also... You're probably also going to have to switch BSPs to find it. Or you might. For the MAW, it's in the x70.scenario, the D40_terrain BSP. This is where the intro and outro of the MAW takes place in terms of cutscenes. So, here we are. It's the Pillar of Autumn in its crash site, and actually, I've had trouble getting this sky to load on this specific BSP, but I solved that, and I'll talk about it later. So, we need to go to mission, game data, and then camera points. This is basically where the camera moves during cutscenes and stuff, or it can. And the ones we're looking for specifically are fly-in. All 13 of these are what makes up the very first cutscene. So if we double click on this one, basically the MAW starts out, you're looking at the water, I guess, the water here, and then you just basically go up. You can see the next flag right there, or the next point right there, and just goes all the way, you know, each one of these. So basically, we have to copy this BSP, get the sky in, and then copy all 13 of these flags into our own .scenario file, and then we copy the script that uses all of these, which I already have all this done because it's pretty tedious and I don't want to do it live again. So now we have to find the script, which is, once you find the scenario that contains all the flags that are part of your cutscene, it's not too hard. So we'll go to levels, data, or data levels, D40, scripts, and then x70_cinema scripts. That's the script file, and then you're gonna have to find the name of your script, but for the intro of the MAW, it's called insertion 1, so we'll just Control F that, and then it'll take us right here, and we have all of the fly-in camera points that are being referenced right here. So if you don't know what the name of the cutscene is, which you probably don't if you're just trying to do it for the first time, just Control F the camera point name, and then find the entire script. So all of this is what we are going to be copying into our own scripts file for our own scenario. We are gonna have to basically cut out like this object, type predict, basically anything other than camera set, sleep, and like fading. Because in main menu scenarios, I know for a fact you can't have AI because they'll just T-pose on you. And then I don't think you can have any moving vehicles either. I think a main menu scenario is literally just the camera and then the BSP. Like, you can get a vehicle in there, but I don't think, like, time exists in that. It's just the camera moving around. So, you can try with vehicles, but probably not too necessary. So there we go. We found the BSP, or found the scenario, found the script, and now we basically recreate that without much, which I already did. So we will go, and it does have to be named UI. If you want this to play on the main menu for tag test, it has to be levels, UI, oops, this is the wrong directory, tags, levels, UI, has to be a dot scenario file, just like this. All right, so now we'll open Gorilla. So you want to create a new scenario. This is the one I'm using right here, UI. I backed up the original UI right here, and then I named this one, that one. I'll link the original UI video so all that makes sense. But you open the scenario that all the camera points are at. So this is X70, D40 X70. We have all our is it the cutscene cameras? Yeah, cutscene cameras. We have all of these, which the actual X70 has way more because there's a bunch more cutscenes going on. But basically, we're going to go through each individual one of these and then copy all this stuff, all these numbers over here, so it's the exact same position. Pay attention to the negative numbers. I had some trouble copying those over, so make sure both of these both of these match 100%. And you literally do that for each camera. It's tedious as shit, but if you're just trying to do one cutscene, it's not too bad. But yeah. So that's that. And then we got to get the actual BSP in here, so we're moving through the correct area. And if you just do D40 terrain, because that's the one we're going to be using, if you just do D40 terrain by itself, the sky here will not load in. So the way to fix that is you just add another BSP. I just did D40A. You basically, I don't know what is going on here, but D40 terrain cannot load a sky by itself. But if you have an extra BSP that can load the sky, then everything else can load the sky. I'm not sure why, but that seems to have worked for me, so I just added D40A in here. It should work for like literally any BSP. So I guess you could add like A30A or whatever, any .BSP or any BSP structure that you've seen the sky work with before. Just add that below. You make sure D40 terrain's first though, because if it's not and you don't script any switch BSP thing in your script file, then it'll start on whatever the first BSP structure is. So D40 terrain and then whatever BSP that needs to be there to initialize the sky. And then you go find your sky. So Sky of Doom tags, sky D40, and then I think all these skies might be the same. I just put every single sky in here because I was trying to figure out which one would work with D40, but none of them do, or D40 terrain. But yeah, that's all you do. You just add the we'll get to the script later. You just add all of the cutscene cameras, add the correct BSP structures. If the sky doesn't work for one, add another BSP structure below that does work with skies. Add the correct sky, save your scenario as UI.scenario in your UI folder, and then that scenario will play on the main menu when you load up Tag Test. And then for Custom Edition, you will have to compile your .UI scenario into a .UI.map file right here. Basically, override this one right here, and then that should play for Custom Edition as well. So there we go, that's that. And now we will load up the, this is Custom Edition. We will load up the custom UI scenario. Levels, UI, UI.scenario, and then it's gonna be them all with 2 BSPs in just those camera points. And we're gonna also have to compile scripts in here as well, so it works together. All right, and as you can see, it's D40 terrain, and the sky is actually working, so that's always good. And then if we go to mission, game data, camera points, if you copied over everything correct in Gorilla, all of these camera points should be in the exact same locations as they were for the original mission. And we'll just click through them. And there we go. So that's the entire scenario setup. We'll keep Sapien open for a little bit, but now we just gotta get the script in there. So, I don't think I still have the script open. So we'll go back, data, D40, X70 cinema, and then we'll go, then you create a directory for your UI scenario. So data, levels, then you go make a UI folder if one doesn't exist, scripts folder, and then UI.hsc, the same name as the scenario. Open that up. And here find the insertion 1 script. And then basically we copy all of this over. Just like this. And we're gonna have to make some minor changes. We'll have to cut out anything that is referencing a banshee or anything like that. So cut out that line up there that I just did, the object predict, or object type predict. Then we want to cut out all of that. Then cut out that. Save this, and there we go. Now the camera should follow the exact same track as it does for the Maw. The only problem with this is, you can also, instead of making this a static void, you can make this a continuous script. So as soon as it's done playing the cutscene, it'll play it again. And there is a weird hiccup for this. The very first time you play this, the opening section it'll kind of like, it won't be moving as fast as it is in the actual Halo game. But once you loop back around and you start replaying the cutscene again, then it'll be exactly like it is in Halo. So yeah, that's the script all done, and then all we need to do is just compile the script in here, save the scenario, and now it should work in tag test. So if we this run tag test, and we'll do this, and yeah, as you can see, it should be moving a lot faster at the very beginning there, but it still looks fine, and it's the intro of the Maw. And you'll see the difference at the beginning as soon as the second loop through starts. So basically, this cutscene will just endlessly play because it's on a continuous script. So yeah, not too crazy. A lot of talking, a lot of just like digging in files and finding very specific things. It's basically just copying a camera track over with the correct BSP, but it was a pain in the ass to find those fucking scripts though. And you can edit this too. Like this, I don't know what the fuck this awkward lean is at the end, but there we go. See, now it's moving a lot faster at the beginning. And you can also add music to this. I think I'll link the entire my script reference so you can add music in there. But you know, this is the bulk of the work right here. So yeah, that is that. If you want to use vehicles, like if you want to copy over the intro to the Silent Cartographer, I don't think that would work at all because you won't be able to use any AI, and I don't know if you can even use pelicans. If you want to do like the Pillar of Autumn crashing on Halo, I think you can do that because they didn't actually move the Pillar of Autumn in that cutscene. I think they made the camera move in a specific way so it looks like the Pillar of Autumn's moving. So that would work, I think. But yeah, you just gotta cut out stuff that's referencing like stuff that you don't have in your scenario. You basically just want it to be camera points that you've copied over in your Gorilla file, fading, sleeping, and then that's about it. I don't know what the fuck this negative sleep time is, but whatever. So yeah, that is that. It's very similar. If you don't understand like the naming conventions or like the UI script or like where to put them. That sentence kind of fell apart. Basically, you have to name it UI.scenario like this. But I'll link that original UI video because it's more clearly explained. This is purely just for finding the script, finding the stuff you need to get over, and then doing that. So yeah, there we go. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that's understandable and it helps you out. So if you made it here, thank you for watching. If you watch any of my other stuff, thank you for watching that as well. And I will see you in whatever I decide to do next time. So thank you for watching.